All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Betting by the Numbers, a sports betting YouTube and Discord channel dedicated to taking the decision-making process out of the hands of idiots like me and putting it in the hands of people who win. We are back on April 23rd, this Sunday, to continue our, what's the right word? Conquering? Ravaging of Parlayplay and Prizepicks, these player props websites. Even if we haven't hit our 6 out of 6 yet, we've had a lot of 5 out of 6s, a lot of 4 out of 6s where we're doubling our money, or in the case of Parlay Play, we're 2.5ing our money. So a lot of good plays. One thing we will check out, if you guys follow along on Pickett, there was a Prizepicks posted yesterday. As you can see, those all hit heading into our last game, which is Stephen Curry over 4.5 3-pointers made. That would be a 6 out of 6. So we're already in the positive with them doubling the money. We just need them to knock this out. So, Mr. Curry, you have a big job today. But enough with looking at the past. We need more picks. So we have a full slate today. We will head over to the Odds Jam Fantasy screen where we will be making our picks. But first, we will head to the pregame game center like we've been doing on the morning broadcast to just quickly look at the slate of games today and see if there's anything that sticks out. First, we have the Cavs taking on the Knicks in the NBA playoffs. I'm going to just start saying 52/63%. Everyone needs to know that means ticket and then cash. I'll repeat it a couple times, but just from listening back, it takes forever to say 71% of the cash, 65% of the tickets. So it's going to be tickets first, then cash every time. So Cavs, Knicks, 52%, 63% of the cash, with the line going from 2 to 2.5 for the Knicks. So Knicks getting a lot of heavy steam early. They will be in a good spot. We'll watch them to see if they are going to be a post or pick on the picket. We will head to the next game, which is the Kings and Warriors. We have 64%, 59% of the cash, with the Warriors opening as 7-point favorites and going to 7.5. Celtics Hawks is 83%, 77% of the cash, with the Celtics opening and staying at 6-point favorites. And finally, the nightcap is the Nuggets and the T-Wolves. 73%, 67% of the cash on the Nuggets, the line going from 3 to 4. So the Nuggets will be trying to put away the Wolves tonight, and that seems like it's probably likely, which will play into our picks. Another full slate of baseball today. You can see, I believe every team is in action today. So we got 5 in the NL, we got 5 in the AL, and we got 5 in interleague play. So a lot of baseball today. We'll have picks throughout our player props, looking for lines there. I'm not going to go through each line, but there's been some really, really good baseball this weekend. So if you're not watching playoff hockey or basketball or the USFL or XFL for you weirdos, there's a lot of good baseball to watch right now. And I got lucky with T-Mobile. They give you the free season of MLB TV. So watching baseball is not a problem for me. So we will head over to the NHL real quickly. Carolina taking on the Islanders. 55%, 79% of the cash on the Islanders, with the Islanders going from -125 to -119. That's interesting. The cash is not going the direction of the line. The Boston and Florida game is next. Boston opened at -160, have gone to -148, with 77% of the tickets and 96% of the cash on Boston. Dallas and Minnesota are next, -125 for Minnesota to open, but we've gone to -109 with 56% of the tickets and 65% of the cash on Dallas. 56% of the tickets on Minnesota and 65% of the cash on Dallas. So that looks like Dallas might be an opportunity for a bet there, and Edmonton and Los Angeles. That line's gone from -160 to -154 for Edmonton, and the tickets are 80% and the cash are 98% for Edmonton. So a lot of money on them. So a lot of sports to bet on. We will head to the fantasy screen, and it's going to tell us exactly who we should be taking in these spots. So we head over, and the first pick we see is Eduardo Rodriguez. We're going to be doing a parlay play to start. I'm also going to post a prize picks, so don't worry, we'll have both of each. We have Eduardo Rodriguez over 4.5 strikeouts for the Detroit Tigers. You can see minus 141 at Pinnacle, minus 155 at Caesars, minus 140 at FanDuel. We are going to quickly head over to props.cash and see if we can't get any advice on why that line is there. You can see his last time out, he threw 10. Let's see. He faced Baltimore last season. He threw 3. Looking into last season. Okay. I mean, he is a higher variance pitcher, but definitely something to look at. I'm going to watch that line. I'm not sold on it. I don't love it. And like I said, that's why I kind of use this props.cash. We'll check the ballpark factors today for Detroit. So they have a bad hitting day. That's why. Oriole Park is just got it. Okay. So that's why they're thinking higher strikeouts. Let's run. Okay. Let's throw him on there. I like having him on there. And then if anything, if we find something that makes it better, then we take him off. So Eduardo Rodriguez is on there. Strikeouts over. We'll head back to the fantasy screen. We see De'Aaron Fox minus 146, but we don't like that under rebounds and assists. I just have been burned on it a lot. DeAndre Ayton yesterday, like not even close, just blasted through the under. So there's unders where I like them, but I don't know if that's the spot. The next pick is going to be Zach Wheeler, the Phillies, over 6.5 strikeouts, minus 146 at Pinnacle, minus 145 at BetMGM, and minus 149 at Caesars. That is a lot of good lines, and we will only be paying minus 114 over at Parlayplay. So that's why we take advantage of it. We can see Colorado is a strikeout heavier team. But Wheeler has been at 7-5, 6-5 so far this year. He's right at that line. And, I'm comfortable with him taking on a team that's a little lesser. They definitely don't create runs. I like that. We're going to go back to the parlay play and add in Zach Wheeler over 6.5 strikeouts. Let's head back over here for our next one, which will likely be the big boy Nikola Jokic over 22.5 points. We can see minus 123 at Pinnacle, minus 145 at DraftKings. That might be a one-way line, though. So we're going to do a little digging on that to see if that is a little skewed. We talked about it last time. One-way lines simply mean it is a line where they are not posting an under option, which can really kind of skew the odds. So you have to watch out for that. So we got 22.5. Let's see on the road. Has he looked better? At times. 1 day rest on the road. He's been much better. 1 day rest in general. I believe I like that a lot. Let's see. Against Minnesota, he's hit this line multiple times. They have a chance to sweep and go home and not have to play another game. I like this. I think the big man's going to get it done. So we will head back over to Parlay Play, add in his 22.5 points, and go back over. When we look at for the next line, this one's interesting. 15.5 points for Draymond Green, over 15.5 points in rebounds. Hopefully he doesn't stomp on anyone this game, which is always an option. Let's check out that line because we got minus 130 across the board. I like it, but I want to be sold on it. So points and rebounds. Is that what it was? Points and rebounds. Goodness gracious. He certainly has not done this a lot against Sacramento. In the playoffs, he's not always great. Oh, my goodness. What about when they're at home? Okay. That's a little more promising. What were they about when they play Sacramento at home? Okay. So this is predicated on him coming back from the suspension rather, and needing to have a good game. Sacramento gives up a lot of points. They are at home. Okay. I like this play. I'm going to add it again. If we find something that maybe tickles our fancy a little bit more, we'll take it. But I understand that line, and I don't hate it. So, we are going to head back to the screen, the fantasy screen on OddsJam, accessed right up here. And, oh boy, our friend Martin Necas is back on here at 2.5 shots on goal. Let's go to the NHL. I believe we had him in our lineup the other day. Now, my question is whether or not he hit. And that's what I can't remember. Let's look. The last 5. Yes, he's hit this line every time against the Islanders. He just loves to have 3 shots against the Islanders. He's away. Let's see how he's on the road. So we're really just trusting our gut here. He's been having a lot of shots I mean, you can see this year in the playoffs, he's hit 3 every single game. So the question is, does he hit it again? I'd like that. Again, let's throw him on there. There's no harm in doing that. And if we find something sweeter, then we'll take that. So we'll next head to Jalen Brunson over 22.5 points. We have minus 125 at Pinnacle, minus 140 at FanDuel, minus 135 at DraftKings. This is one of those, is this a one-way line? Are those points a little skewed? So that's driving the formula up a bit more than it maybe should. Or is that right where it should be? So we'll head over to NBA and check out Jalen Brunson's points. It was his points, correct? Yep, over 22.5 points. Yeah, I really like that pick. Cleveland obviously is going to try to limit him, but they're at home. Let's see what his splits are at home. Yeah, I mean, he's hit this, and yeah, I like this. Okay, so let's add him to the lineup. Jalen Brunson over 22.5 points. All right, we're going to look at a couple more and then see if we want to bump anything. Now, that's interesting. Points and assists have some better lines at times. So let's look at our points and assists. 29.5. We can see on one day rest, minus 157. With points, minus 157. So it might be one of those, if one hits, the other is going to hit. So we're going up 7. His assist line is at 5. I don't like that. Because here it's implying that he's going to have 7 more assists. No. Yeah, I'm good. We'll just do the points line. All right. Let's see if anyone else is going to make our lineup. Eduardo Rodriguez, I'm not sold on just because he's on the road. And Detroit just, I'm good on that. So I'm going to see if there's anybody else I like. Harrison Barnes over points, minus 134 at Pinnacle. Ooh. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's head over. They looked him up. Harrison Barnes, look, on the road, over 14.5. He's been great the last 5, 6 of the last 10, 16 of the last 30. Against Golden State on the road, he had 17. Let's roll with it. Yeah, so there's our picks for today. Jokic, over 22.5 points. Brunson, over 22.5 points. Warriors, Draymond Green, 15.5 points and rebounds over. Nekis for the Hurricanes, over 2.5 shots on goal. Evan Mobley, 11.5 rebounds and assists, and Zach Wheeler, over 6.5 strikeouts for the Phillies. So we like that. Let's head over now to Prize Picks so we can get that knocked out. I like to do both. I think that there's a lot of value in both, and the lines aren't always the same. So, and scroll out. It looks like Curry's line might still be on there, which is interesting, but we are on the Prize Picks now. So we can see there's some early bases. These lines just got put up. Tovar screwed me the other day. So let's check out props.cash, see if we can't get any data that maybe differentiates between these two, or I guess 3, and just see if one of them really looks better than the other. We can see the pitcher they're going against this year. It's not as good against left-handers, so that could be it. He's been good in the last couple games, and he's had a hit in the last 2 games. So obviously a hot hand there. I like that. Let's check out Tommy LaStella, see if he has any more encouragement. We can see Tommy LaStella has not played St. Louis this year. He's only had 2 hits in his, oh my goodness gracious. But he's playing Jack Flaherty, who's pitching 245 to, oh boy. Okay, I don't love that one. We're going to come back to that one and see, can Mr. Tovar, will he actually get a hit this time? Been a while, certainly. Let's see, against righties. Absolutely not. I'm good. So I like Brett Beatty. We'll add him to the Prize Picks. You get to go. So you're going to be our first pick, Brett Beatty, over bases. Great. All right. Then we're going to head back over to the next line, Bailey Ober. The Twins over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's go to props.cash. Type in that name for strikeouts. Okay. Where are you on here? Okay. He might be pitching tomorrow, but that doesn't really make sense. Oh, well. There's Eduardo Rodriguez. His lines are crazy on here, too. So We'll maybe come back to him. James Outman, let's check out his line for bases. Let's see. Wow. Not a bad night last night against the Cubs, or yesterday against the Cubs. Plays him again. Let's see. Against lefties, he's much better. He's not as good against righties. He's never faced Stroman. And Stroman's doing pretty good so far this year, especially against righties, not as much against lefties. Yeah, I like it, though. Let's add him. If for some reason changes, we can take him off. But I like that. Let's get some Brian Bella. Brian. So head over to strikeouts. Let's see. 5 in his last outing. He hit this line 3 of the last. Okay, 7 of the last 14. Against Milwaukee, he did 4. Are they at home today? I just want to see. Sometimes that can change pitchers dramatically. Boston's on the road. So let's check and see if that has changed anything for him in the past. No, not really. Okay, I like that one. We'll add him if we find some better lines that are a little more convincing, but the odds are there, right? Minus 133 at Pinnacle, minus 140 at FanDuel, minus 146 at Caesars. All of those are telling me I should be taking this. So the next line is Kevin Looney over rebounds and assists, minus 140 at FanDuel. Let's see if this is one-way lines or if this is what we want. So we're going to head to the NBA tab and add in Kevin Looney, rebounds and assists. He had 29 last game. Okay. Let's see if home has been making a difference at all. Not really. Let's keep that one. I don't love that one, but the odds are crazy. Do we add Zach Wheeler here? That's the question. I think so, because he looks like he's going to have a big game. So, yeah, I like that. Let's see. Mr. Wheeler, 6.5 strikeouts, still there. Okay. So we're going to add all of those 3. Now, we need to get some variants in here, some other sports. So there's just a lot of strikeouts and bases. Interesting. Jalen Brunson over first quarter points. I don't hate that line at all. Let's type in Brunson. And this is a great thing about props.cash is you can head over to these lines. Last 5. Interesting. He's had 3. I know, but it's supposed to be points, not rebounds and assists. 6.5. 1 day rest. I like it. Let's do it. Okay. So we'll head over to NBA. Instead of taking his full points, we are going to take his first quarter points if they are on here. It does not look like they are, unless there is a secondary tab I don't know about. Yeah, I don't think it's on there anymore. Okay, it's not on there anymore. So that's okay. Let's see. Other lines. Kyle Schwarber, under bases. David Pastrnak, over shots on goals. I like that. That gets us something different into the lineup. Let's see. David Pastrnak, shots on goals. Last 5, he had 7. Yeah, I like it. They're going to need to keep taking shots. And I think he was away 7 of the last 10. Let's do it. Let's keep riding him. So we'll head over to the ice. Shots on goal. Yeah, that line is huge. But it's okay. Steph Curry made 3s. They're still there. Let's see. We looked it up last time, but let's see if we still are in love with it. Because if we are, I'm going to bet it again and just double down the stake on it. 3-pointers made. What about at home? Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to add him. I'm okay with that. I just feel really good about this pick. So that gets us to 5. Now let's head back and see if we can't find one more. So we have some picks up here. Let's give this a refresh. And, looks like some props were added. So let's give this another refresh. Okay. And that might be our last pick right there. That's interesting. Reed over strikeouts. That line is ripping down at Pinnacle. Let's check that out because that's interesting. The line is Reed Detmers, strikeouts 7 and 7. He's going against Kansas City today, which that's never good. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. So we're going to add him to our strikeouts. There's our lineup. That's it. No unders today. I'm bored with that. I'm done with it. So our lineup is right there. Brett Beatty, over bases. James Outman, over bases. Zach Wheeler, over strikeouts. David Pasternak, over shots on goal. Steph Curry, over three-pointers made. Reed Detmers, over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts. I think that is our 6th pick for today. That's a lot of picks. We got our parlay play and our prize picks. So I'm going to lock these bets in, get these videos uploaded to you guys so we can get them watched and get the picks on the picket. Then we'll settle in for a long day of sports and hopefully win some bets. So thank you guys for following along. I know it's a longer video. Won't be like this every day, but on the weekend, we might as well take the opportunity to talk some ball. So thanks for tuning in.